pleating pattern was created at Cutler in New York City to address the unique needs of the models, of over 100 of them that visit our salon every week. Collapse and reveal soft highlights when pulled back, create texture when the hair is worn down, and never create lines or stripes that would be visible in the hair. This technique, originally created for the models, has become a signature with our salon guests. We begin our first model, Holly, and start with a hair analysis. Holly's hair is fine in texture, a natural level 4, light brown, with no previous color. We want to bring alive the texture of her hair while keeping her beautiful brunette. We'll accomplish this by selecting 2 different highlight colors to create the dimension we need. We begin in Holly's fringe area by combing the hair straight back and removing a fine slice directly on the hairline, creating a fine weave. This will create a soft sparkle for the hair when the hair is pulled tightly back into a ponytail, revealing no lines and no stripes. Continue to work straight back, adding more texture to the weaves as you work away from the hairline. Notice that the section is complete and stops right at the point where the head rounds forward, as you can see here. Section 2 begins by combing the hair straight back and removing a fine slice by following the hairline. Continue working up and not back by taking parallel partings, working more texture in the weave as we work up towards section 1. Notice the fifth foil in the section and how it creates a unique facet of light, reflecting color back, that creates something that is beautiful, unique for your guests, especially in photographs. One of the core principles of this technique is that each new section must overlap more than halfway past the previous section. Notice here that the foil is exactly at 50%, or in the center of our previous section, meaning that we need to place in one more to complete the section. Notice here how this section has worked truly up, back. Begin section 3 exactly the same as section 2 and continue working up. We continue working up until section 3, or our purple foils, have overlapped and pleated 50% past our previous section, in this case, our red foils. Note the amount of hair that is left between the foil so that we can create the same balance on the other side. Stepping back to the left side of our guest, we comb the hair back and use the parting from the last foil in section 2, our red foils, as a guide for our next section, number 4. Creating your subsection, remove a slice and continue foiling up through this section until you have foiled beyond the center of your previous section. In this case, our purple foils. You will see that the pleating that this pattern creates, no matter where you place a part, as you can see here with our comb, there would never be a visible line, stripe, or any of those railroad tracks that some highlight patterns can cause. Working in the crown, start by creating a square or rectangular shaped section. We begin by combing the hair back and finding the parting from section 3. We then work parallel to our previous section, section 4, and finally close this off. We will be working up diagonally through our crown section, beginning with a fine weave in the first foil and working up to a more textured weave in the top of the crown. After applying the color between the foils with an applicator bottle, processing at room temperature for 20 minutes, we begin rinsing in the back by removing one foil at a time and rinsing with water until the water runs clear. Rinsing with water in small sections ensures that your colors will not melt or bleed together. A beautiful brunette with soft texture, elegance, and something that truly complements the natural beauty that she is.